Once upon a time, there was a S-rank criminal called Azama Bin Laden. Azama was well known for his ill behavior, and after failing 3 times in a row in the entrance exam to a medical school of his choice, he, together with his high school buddy and partner in crime, Al-Qaeda, the duo began the reign of terror by going around blowing things up in the name of some crazy dragon god or another. Before long, their names were synonymous with destruction, and their activities have attracted the attention of the Dark Emperor. One day, while chilling in his compound playing Final Fantasy VII and fapping to Naruto porn, Azama Bin Laden was having the time of his life when all of a sudden, his compound came under attack by the forces of President Obaro and the Imperial Nino forces. Azama quickly hid, but to no avail. He was found hiding in the closet, hugging a Tifa body pillow, and was promptly executed by President Obaro. Legend has it that Obaro filled Azama with so much lead that they could use his dick as a pencil. For her efforts in the raid, President Obaro received over 9,000 DKP and was re-elected to serve a second term. As for Azama, his corpse was brought to Dr. Sakura and Elise, who proceeded to literally tear him apart. Thanks to the power of secret ninja piercings and Monster Reborn, Azama was revived from the enemy graveyard and is forced to serve the Dark Overlord Elise as Apathy Path of the 6 Paths of Pain Plus. His first mission: to defeat a man with a big sword and mental issues.
Alright, so brain damage story aside, this is my newest, most horrible creation, Azama Bin Laden. Today, I'll be showcasing him and the Zephiel Grand Hero battle at the same time. So my Azama is a little different from the 2 other people's Azama. I decided to ditch his speed entirely, even though he does get a super boon in speed, and instead fully invest on his health. Now, why do I do this when health's value is pretty much reduced by half when he gets hit again? Well, for one, he has the highest HP among healers, and I'm banking on that eventually being a feature that'll give him his own unique niche down the line. I'm sure they will eventually release more horrible skills involving health down the line, okay? Considering Loki's staff, Fuck, it gives us a preview of what appears to be mobility ploy. I'm positive that something like this will happen, especially considering that health is currently one of the easiest stats to ditch for most units. Anyway, 2. Health still gives the ability to tank both physical and magic attack at the same time. And 3. Since he's a member of the 6 Paths of Pain Plus, he's very likely to be operating with other healers who would heal him to full in the first place. Right now, he is capable of utilizing the horrible but wonderful panic ploy to severely weaken any enemies foolish enough to challenge the 6 Paths of Pain Plus with buffs. He can also keep them from using skills with guard, and of course, dish out extreme amounts of pain, while still being tanky as well. The perfect troll of the battlefield. And now, with great pleasure, we shall set him loose upon the Infernal Zephiel Grand Hero battle, and send a message.
I will bring an end to humanity's dominion over the world. None of you will get in my way. I will not permit it. Alright, so now we will deal with this brain damage guy with 90 health. This big guy, mental issues, 90 health, and he also now has distant counter, which is actually a very suitable setup for him. You see, before any of this, he was just a living embodiment of a target practice. And now he can actually defend himself, and as soon as he takes a hit, he will repay with a deadly reprisal. So this is a very scary setup. Combining with his Wari Fighter, it's not going to be easy to take him down. This is why I love using Wari Fighter, by the way, on Zephiel. Even with all these wonderful fighter sets that they now have, I still run the classic on Zephiel. It just makes him so much tankier. Alright, so now we have his friend, an Axe Knight, who has anti-effective against armored, and also a slaying axe with vengeance this time. Vengeance is really screwed up, and he basically does the same thing, minus the distant counter. Alright, then we have Lance Knight with Brave Lance and Attack Res Bond. And this guy also with Attack Res Bond. So these guys bolster their considerable dev with res. So it'll bring it up to like 26. And then I'm looking at these ward armor here. These people will have a lot of resistance. Will not be easy to take down. Okay, and then we also have this red mage with Blur Owl, and this blue mage with Blur Raven. So they have some pretty crazy setup here to deal with colorless. They have something to deal with all these people piling up together. So it's actually kind of scary to fight them in a clustered formation. I actually managed to pull it through with my regular healer setup, but today, since we're featuring Azama, I decided to not do the same setup that I usually do with my healers. So instead I do this. Alright, now let's go and get Azama over here to set up shop. Azura will back up, and so is Minion. And Hinoka, who will be serving as supervisor for today's battle, will just be overseeing this operation. Now, let us begin. We'll let you make the first move. Azama versus... Boom. Nope. And now he got shuffled all the way out here instead. So this is actually a great thing because, yeah, that reprisal on the next hit will probably kill me. No, let's see. What should we do?
If we must.
First, let's paint this place with pain, shall we?
Yes.
So let's go and hit this guy, this Axe Knight, for 2 damage. Whoop. Whoop, boom. And now, you have Azura dancing Azama. And now he gets 3 to all stats. He gets to go and do some damage. So who will he do damage to? Well, this Axe Knight is perfect target. After hitting him for 13 damage, I can also hit the other knights in the area. Whoop, boom. See, there's a bit of an art with picking these targets. Even though I can affect more targets by selecting this Lance Knight, I'll do far less damage than if I were to hit this Axe Knight instead. And I mean, like, these mages are already half dead from this wonderful pain that I've been displaying. Okay, so now let's go and get Xian to dance Azama again. And this time though, I'm gonna go right back and hit this guy for 5 times 2, affecting everyone on the map. Let's go! 6 paths of pain plus! Whoop, boom. And now our wonderful flying friend will go and toss Xian out of there, so that Azama will bear the bulk of their attack and show off the power of the 6 paths of pain plus. Let's go! Whoop. Azama versus Red Mage. Here you go! Whoop. That's 1 down, and pain gets spread across the map. Ha! That's 2 down, and pain gets spread across the map. And that makes 3! Who's next? Come on! Come here and get some! And that makes 4! Nuta! And that makes 5! Blue Mage die! And finally, you, Zephiel, you're next! And so, has been brought to his knees. And now, that is the story of how Zephiel came to join the Ninonian forces. This is a prequel of what happened before. Alright, now let's go and showcase him a little bit in the arena, shall we? Okay, now we will do 2 arena battles.
Azama will be backed up by Azura, along with Zephiel and his dragon girlfriend. Now we will do 2 to finish my dailies for the day. Alright, so first opponent we fight is this Olivia, with wonderful Cordelia and Brave Lands, and we have Julia with Divine Naga. Oh, we have quite a nasty setup here. Alright, okay, let us put an end to them. Let's see. Currently, none of them are using buffs, except maybe Naui, who's chilling over there, but that's not a big deal. We don't deal with her yet. We will move Zephiel to the left a little bit, and then we will just, I don't know, I guess I could tank some Cordelia damage. And I'll go and buff my stats while I'm at it. Come on, shake it, baby. Alright, I chill here, and now just wait for Cordelia to come and strike me. Or don't come strike me, that works too. Now I will infect you with the power of my panic ploy. Now, time to die! Whoop, boom.
On the way.
The fact that I can do 1 damage to you spells an end to you.
If we must.
Now, we'll go and hit you again. Now, this time for 11. And Pain Plus shall reduce you to a mere 1. Alright, meanwhile, I suppose we can work here by, well, doing nothing, actually. We'll just wait for these 2 to show up. Meanwhile... Oh, you want to strike me first, Olivia. I see how it is. Come on, then! No damage. Well, since you so graciously move over there, I'm just gonna go and break your bones now, Cordelia. Ha! 6 pounds of Pain Plus! Now, we will have Zephiel stand over here to counter Julia, who aims to attack his dragon girlfriend. So now we will just sit here and watch. Meanwhile, Olivia runs into Azama and dies painfully. Zephiel versus Julia. Whoop. Yeah, okay. 40 damage right off, no problem. Alright, let's see. This will actually hurt me considerably, so we will not actually hit her, because, you know, hitting her is actually not a very good idea. Considering lightning breath and quick riposte, we will just let them take care of each other. Well, I'm not at mess with you for all stats, because, you know, why not, right? Alright, let's go. Nowie versus Nowie. Nowie self says, come on, dragons, let's do it. Alright, and now there's only one thing left to do, and that is to make Nowie kill herself. And so ends the first battle. Time for the next one. So, I mean, Azama does have some problems. His resistance is a problem. But in general, as long as you know, don't hit people like like Nowie, you'll be okay. Now let's go fight this guy named DJ. Okay, now we have some interesting opponents here. We have Tiki, we have Robin, we have Blanino, and we have Effie. So what do we have here? We have home armor. Unfortunately, though, they have a lot of health, so I can't affect... Well, yeah, I can affect Tiki, but it doesn't really matter. You know, armor usually don't use home. This is the first time I see one with home. I suppose I do see it from time to time. I guess I might have misremembered, but that generally isn't their thing. Now, I'm just gonna chill here, though, on this wonderful platform, and just wait for them to show up. Alright, now that we're here, what shall I do? Well, I certainly won't go and get myself killed. I shall... Yeah, you get, what, Ignis out when I do this? Yeah, that would hurt so much. That's what kills me. So, instead of that, I will just merely wait one more turn and see what happens. Oh, or don't attack me, or just walk away, you scum. Alright, in that case, I'm gonna take this great chance to give you this wonderful pain. Whoop, boom. Alright,
On the way.
since, Azura is nearby, I'll just go and have Azura make Azama move again, and Azama goes and gives more pain to Effie. Here we go, whoop, boom. Poor Blanino gets affected just by merely being nearby. That is the power of the 6 Paths of Pain Plus. Come hither to your own doom. See, look, this is an attack of a guy who has a 35 attack base. So that is incredibly disgusting. That is not right. And now Robin managed to
If
lose
we must.
lose enough health to be affected by this horribleness. Alright, let's go. Now, Blani, now you're my target.
Let us sing.
If you don't have distant counter, this is what happens. And even if you do have distant counter, I'll just make you attack me. Come on! Whoop, boom. Alright, okay. Who's next? Who to die next? So let's move into reinforcements who will not be doing much today. Oop. Tiki versus Azama. Alright, Azama Bin Laden, go and spread the pain. See, this is the power of the 6 Paths of Pain. Apathy Path doesn't care about the damage you do to him. He doesn't care. Unfortunately, though, I do no damage. That's the one problem I have here. I have to wait because you have Ward Dragons. Ward Dragons is a bane to me. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna just stand here and do nothing. Come forth. Azama versus Blanino. Come on. Oh. Here? Whoop, boom. Have more pain. Have more pain.
Well.
Alright, okay, since you're on a defense platform, it's not easy to take you out. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna sit here and I'm gonna do absolutely, positively nothing. I'm gonna move my friends away though. Even you.
On the way.
I'm just gonna hide you over here. I think that'd be a great choice.
My turn?
Wait, okay, let me just double check here. Yeah, you can't reach me here. Okay, good. Alright. Azama versus Tiki. Eat my vantage! And so it still somehow reaches all the way over there, because this is 6 Paths of Pain Plus and whatnot. Let's go and take out Blanino. Robin is planning on escaping. We will not allow this to happen. Go! Azama! Put an end to this! 14 times 2. Coming from Azama, that's some seriously screwed up shit. Whoop, boom! And now Robin has been sent to the Shadow Realm. This is the power of the 6 Paths of Pain Plus. Alright, now that I finished my dailies by screwing around, let us put an end to this episode. So there you have it. Azama is the strongest unit in the entire game. Alright, so next thing I'm going to be doing for the coming days is 1 for Qualm, and 2, finally, for Rival Domains. I thank you all for watching. Until next time.